Alright, so we are looking at a 2015 GMC Sierra. This is the all-terrain package. It does have the rough country leveling kit on there with a airbag system in the rear of it. Has tires that have been replaced in 2025. It's like this really nice blue with like red accents. It gives me a lot of Spider-Man or Superman, I guess, whichever one you're into. Really good color. Doesn't have any like blemishes. There's not a lot of orange peel or anything for a factory paint job. Windows are nicely tinted. I didn't see any chips. I saw some like bug guts, but no chips there in the windshields. Few things on the outside, not a lot, but a few things. We do have like chips, little chips in the paint all over this thing. Up these pillars, back of the mirror, the bumper. You can see like some of the spots that have been touched up. We got some oxidation here. And then like there isn't like even really any dings. Like you got a couple dings, but like for trucks there's really nothing along the sides. And then back here, a couple dings on the bumper, like right there. Some stuff on the tailgate right there. Factory exhaust. Some scuffs in the plastics. But I mean, plastic's only so strong, right? It's pretty good. Everything's straight. All the edges are smooth. There hasn't been any real body work or anything on this. I honestly couldn't find anything. Just these little scratches. So looks really good. Most of the time, this chrome will start peeling. It looks pretty good. There's a scuff, but none of them are peeling or anything. So that's a bonus. And then your chrome trim, also in really good shape. Steps are good, solid. Like it. For me, with this tall of a truck, I'd like there to be a little bit more width to the wheels. Like I was saying on my drive, it is just a little touchy left and right when you're going straight down the highway and you like move it left and right. It's a little grabby if you're not ready for it. It's like it's moving to that lane you just went. I guess I drive an older one and a full-size Chevy, which more of a suggestion of where you're turning. So maybe that's partially what I'm used to, I guess, too. But anyway, really good looking truck. This blue's cool. I was gonna say like a navy, but it's got like this bright poppy sparkle to it. Let's see if the camera go slow. See like that sparkle? Woo! GM, man, they make some good colors when they try. We're gonna keep moving here. All right, I've set the camera in the engine bay here. We're gonna do a startup. All right, so 5.3 in here. This does have the cylinder shutdown on there. You can see it activate like on your gauge when you're driving around. If you're in certain info modes, it'll say V4, V8 as you change. Seem to do that without any kind of issues, hiccups, or any kind of delay. So these are 0-20. They are direct injection, so you hear a little bit more tick than you're used to on like an LS engine. This is not an LS platform. I think these are on the LT platform. See if I can get a good image here. That is your compressor right there for your AC. Now as you go, that clutch should kick on, pressurize the system, chill the air. I've had this thing running the whole time and I've never seen it kick on one time. So you're not gonna have any AC. The defrost is not gonna pull moisture. Your vents and stuff will still push heat, but it won't pull moisture. Definitely something that couldn't be more costly on these trucks. Newer battery. Another thing on these, they are known because of these huge slits that the condenser will get like rocks and it'll blow out these end tanks here. I looked around, I didn't see anything wet, but like, I don't know, it was washed, so I'm not sure if I'll even be able to tell, because they did clean and it's all siliconed and nicely done. Brake fluid looks really good. This is an electric assist vehicle. Coolant looks amazing. Transmission color is not as vibrant as I would have wanted it to be with only 13,000 miles after the expected service interval. Should have been done at 100. 13,000 miles should not look that faded. Electric fans, it's always a win on these trucks. Valve covers and everything look really clean, really nice. And then looking down, you can have your frame along here. It's hard on these cameras because it'll focus on like the closest things to it sometimes. Nothing along the frame looks like it's been messed with. None of these bolts look like they've been turned or released, so that's good. It just shows that it hasn't been like disassembled. You can see like on your fender you still have the GM stamp. All the hood bolts are still painted without being messed with, so just a lot of good stuff. All the trim still in the upper parts. This is the bar. You have to take this bar out before you can take this box out. You'll hate it. On my truck, I have a 15-2500. I leave like this one out or loose, I think, so I can just like finger loose it, and I just swing this out of my way. But I mean, you're only in here every now and then, and if you really don't give it like two hoots about this being in your way because you don't mess with it, don't worry about it. Honestly, it's just me being picky on the engineers and making it hard for us. This whole deal here is part of your intake, so you got like your breathing for the valve covers and everything there too. But that's gonna be your engine bay. Alright, this is gonna be your undercarriage. We always start from the front, or at least I do. I like to show front to back, just kind of show nothing's hanging down, sagging, loose, dragging. You can really see a little bit of surface rust, in my opinion, a little bit for our area. The shocks could use some love, but the frame and everything still has a lot of that wax coating on there. The little bit of brown tinge you're seeing on there is like control arms, stuff like that don't get waxed. But you'll see like here where the wax has come off is where you'll see surface rust. For a 2015 in this area, it's really good for how much wax is actually left on this chassis. Looking really good. The only thing I noted on the plastics up here is a little bit of wetness. I'm not sure if it's from the oil change. It looks like the pan might have been resealed recently as well. So just something there, but it's not dripping wet. It's just like residue, you know, plastics and oils, they make them look shiny. We're gonna go around each corner and just kind of show you everything. All right, we are on the driver front corner. This is your body mount, so where the cab bolts to the frame itself. This is gonna be your oil filter, oil pan, transmission pan, and your driver's side cat. You can also see the passenger side, but we'll get a better eye on that. The flat pipe is factory like that. It's just how it fits underneath the transmission pan. And then, like I said, look at the frame. Still has a lot of that wax coating. Looks really good. Alright, we're gonna pause here. So this is the rear of the cab body mount. I look back here on these corners. I always like to make sure they're not like rotted out or anything like that. So it's very important to look up in there. And then your leaf spring and fuel tank. They did like a treat, like they sprayed some kind of like residue. It's like all over the tire and stuff. So I don't know if it's just the tire shine that went all over the leaf springs and the gas tank and stuff. That's crazy. But yeah, coming back here. Does have the spare, the original spare, and then there's your air lines, and then there's the shocks. I did get a closer up picture of the shocks, just how much rust is on the outside of those. They're probably like a factory Rancho lift option, like a leveling kit, so they've probably been on there the whole life of the truck. And then whew, sun's out today, so we get some good image. We're back at the driver's side, or passenger side, sorry. This is your stock muffler, the one-piece drive line. There's that shock. Same thing on the cab here. Looks really good. Body mount's good. Sort of skipping the hop. We're on the passenger front corner here. Looks good. There's your cat on that side. All looks really good. The shocks, though, could use some love. They're just getting rusty, and I'd rather them be replaced before failure or blowout or something like that. Okay, I always like to start our interior at the wheel here. A lot of cars have very active steering wheels nowadays. So cruise control information. This does have a heated steering wheel. Voice controls here. The GMs, when you use the voice controls, if you have your climate control turned up, it should automatically bring that down, and it did. This is going to control all of your info here. So our current mileage, 113,035 miles. This is the all-terrain package, so it does have really cool, like, gauges are all red and everything, like red trim on the dash and everything. You'll see it throughout. I'm going to point out a lot of that stuff. Going to the dash, you do have your navigation. Tailgate's open, so we should be looking at the ground. License plate. You can also see the plate lights are not working here. Navigation seemed to be accurate the entire time. Radio works as well. Does quite well. Has satellite and everything. Auto climate. Now, I could not get this to blow cold. When I get to the engine bay, I'll show you. Your compressor does not kick on this. Turn that back off because it's going to get loud. All of these are working as intended. Pedal moves and everything. Traction control, lights, which also have lights in the truck bed. Parking sense. When this is on, your parking sense is working. When this is off, you have it off. Kind of tricky for me. And then up here is the switch for the power rear window. Opens all the way up. Closes nicely. Looks good there. And then you do have, so this will bring the wheel closer to you, and then this will bring the wheel up and down, like the tilt. So on GMs, I always tell you, put your seat where you want it with the wheel where you want it, right? And then your pedals can move to you, the wheel moves, everything will move to you. Like, put yourself in these cars where you want to be. Tow haul with a manual shift, 6-speed on here. Auto 4-wheel drive as well as high and low. Trailer brake and auto lights with fog lights. And then you do have memory seats, not the tow mirrors, but you still have foldable mirrors here. Auto all 4 down, only auto up on the driver, and then your window and child lock here. I'm gonna pause here and we're gonna look from the outside in. All right, so we're at the driver door card here. So this is more of that all-terrain trim stuff. It's really cool. It's like fabric carbon fiber. I don't know. Some people think it's cheesy, but I think that's cool. I mean, who else is doing that? It's fun. Seats doesn't have any of the cracking or tears that Chevys always have here. We did find like a hole and stuff here. Put that back. Boom, boom. All-weather mats cover that up. And then we're on the rear door here. Also really good. Normally these are all scuffed up, but they are not. Same thing with the all-weather mat, but the carpet's great. Seat backs are also really good. This is something I was pointing out. So this is like where it attaches up here, and then you can see down here where it's really loose, and you can just kind of pull this out, right? So it's not attached. Like, this plastic should be seated inside this rib. So I don't know if you got someone that's really good at interior stuff, that could be fixable if it's not too stretched or damaged. Seats fold up for just storage, tire kit and everything back here. I'm gonna pause and move to the other side. All right, we're on the passenger side here. So door card's also in really good shape. Seats are really good too. The back seats barely look used except for the center console issue there. And then more of those all-weather mats, great carpet. You do have power seat over here, so forward, up, down, back, and then lumbar. This seat's also in really good shape. And then you have the dual glove box. This is gonna be, so these trucks will give you like information, so these little codes will be like specs on your truck. It's pretty cool that they do that. And then your camper load stuff right there too. All the stuff in there. And then this does have the big boy plug, cigarette lighters, and 3 USB. In here, it does have like the rubber tray. It doesn't have like the storage. This kind of just pops up, and then you can like put it in any one of those slots. Open here, storage there, and then more plugs, auxiliary. And then I think you can even put this in there. You can move all kinds of stuff around in these consoles. It's really cool. And then your dash is in really good shape on this. The red trim's really cool. It's kind of got like a Spider-Man thing going on. All right, trunk video. This is truck beds and it's a truck. Plate lights were not working. I'm just going to keep kind of poking that one. You do have the damper tailgate, so it will soft open all the way. It's not power or anything, but they're really light these days. And then it is lined, very nice, like this, very thick. There is this gash here that went through the liner, so it's chunked it out there. And then you just got like little dings, like one there, one out there. There are like factory pockets. We're not looking at that. And then up in here, it's like hard to see. So like up in there, there's your lights. Light it up in here. This is a little spring-loaded clip. You just pull on it, and it releases that latch. And then this just rolls. There's straps all the way up there. Sorry about the angle. Straps up there are what keep the roll to the cab. And then you just see this notch. This little piece of metal just goes in there, and then you just slam it. I didn't get it on the other side, so I'll fix that off camera. But overall, truck bed looks really good. Shuts nice. Latches easily. Looks good. We're gonna let this focus here. So this portion, we go through our computer and just scan all these modules. We do have some faults on the electronic side of things here. So radio controls is where it ends. And then everything else, engine, transmission, all that kind of stuff, pass. These codes, except for body control module, are all low voltage. It does have a newer battery, and I will also talk to the guy and see if it had to be jump started. But essentially, it'll store a moment that the car lost power and things were no longer able to communicate with each other because it didn't have enough power. The car records those events. The body control, like I said, your license plate lights are not working, and so like newer cars will say, hey, these bulbs are not giving a signal, there's no response. And let this focus on my finger. So right there is your VIN. I always like to make sure the VIN here matches what's on the vehicle. That's just pretty important as we get through like newer vehicles being repaired and everything. You can just swap stuff out sometimes, so we just want to make sure that all looks good. We're going to pause here. We're going to go off to the modules. Okay, so we're going to go through our monitors. So basically, as your vehicle is being driven, it's doing tests on these to make sure everything passes. We do have this evap here. It's the only one that gave me a red X. So the evap monitor is basically measuring your vapors from the gas tank. Now, a couple things I think here. I did about a 15-mile drive, including freeway and highway, so that should have reset it. But there is almost no fuel in this tank as well. So I don't know how much pressure or how good of a reading it was really getting until this is fueled back up. Sometimes, especially with some of our low voltage scenario, if this had a dead battery or a jump start scenario, it could take up to 20 miles for that. Like I said, I just didn't have a lot of fuel, so I tried to get at least the 10 plus, because right about 10 is when everything starts saying hey again if they were having issues. So for moving here, I don't see a lot of issues. I didn't have any like catalyst smells, any kind of like sputtering or any kind of weird vapor related issues when I was driving the vehicle. Usually you'll get like some bogging, or you'll get you know, like a heavy cat smell, or it'll just feel like it's underpowered. So we're just gonna stop here and keep going through the inspection. All right, right here at this point, I always try to like get all the lights and everything. The LEDs are going to be tripping out on camera. Just remember, that's frame rate on cameras. It has nothing to do with the actual lights themselves. They're on, they're doing what they're supposed to in my eyes. Cameras, don't trust them for that kind of stuff. Okay. Great truck, drives well. This does have the 4-cylinder shut down. It is the 5.3. So they're pretty peppy. I like these 5.3s. The 4-cylinder shut off, I know people have had issues. If you stay on top of your oil changes, you should be doing okay. I had a couple concerns on this truck. They have drilled and slotted rotors on this. You might feel those on these trucks when they start getting hotter or heavy braking. They're not really designed to be on trucks, so you'll feel like the grooves as they go through. Your AC compressor is not kicking on. These trucks are known for condenser issues, so you could have a couple things going on. The AC does not work. It's blowing cool, just the air as I was driving, I guess. We'll get back here. There is no license plate lights working on the truck currently. There was codes in your computer for that as well. And then the suspension has, like I said, the Rancho leveling kit, but I've taken better pictures. You can kind of see here, it's got a lot of surface rust on the cylinders of the shock itself, both the front and rear. So they either need to be updated or keep a really close eye, because if those those go bad enough, you'll either start losing fluid and you'll get a lot of bounce. You have airbags in the back, so you won't notice it as bad at first, I guess, but you will eventually. Has brand new tires on it, very good tires for our area. The Falcons do really good. They are triple peak, so winter rated as well. Like I said, I believe this is a factory leveling kit, so it's done well, drives good. It's just the toe is a little touchy left to right, and then you just got some chips. So I don't know if you want to do paint correction or something on there, but beyond that, looks really good. And then just the hole in the carpet here. But seats, interior is amazing on this for a truck. So we're gonna just keep going along here. And that's our 2015 GMC Sierra.